Before I dive into the Raritan riding car project, I thought I would knock out something I've wanted to make since I had to reassemble the titch so many times. What I want to do is make basically, I guess for lack of a better word, a floppy wrench. If you saw the videos of me reassembling, I was holding this cut 5/16 inch ignition wrench with a pair of needle nose pliers, and so I could use it to tighten some very hard to reach parts inside the titch, some water connections. So I have an idea to make a little clevis here out of some 1/4 inch bar stock, and drill a hole through it, drill a hole through the wrench there so it'll pivot on the clevis, and then drill a hole in the bottom of this and have a little handle. For that I've got a piece of 3/16 inch stainless steel rod that I'm going to turn down to an 1/8 inch for about an 1/8 inch diameter for about a 1/4 inch length, and then silver solder it in the back there. Either silver solder or I might thread. I could do a number 5x40 threads per inch. Matter of fact, the more I think about it, I probably will thread it. That way I could take this out, take it apart, and make this handle shorter if I need to, or make a different handle. So I'll probably do that. And the only thing I haven't decided on yet is this a pin or a screw or whatever. So I'm going to look at my choice of little screws and things, some miniature micro screws, and I'll figure that out. But first I've laid out for the clevis, drill a hole, the appropriate hole, probably drill and tap while this is still solid before I mill out the slot, and then cut this off, put it in the 5C collet, and reverse it, and be able to turn the diameter down, and then drill and thread as needed. Want to keep it all together because it's easier to hold in the vise for right now, and I'm only using a small portion of this rather than making this the whole handle, because I'll be using a bunch of this stuff for making clevises that are a lot like that for the Raritan riding car. We have just center drilled and then drilled a number 46 tapping size hole and then a clearance hole halfway through. So now I'm going to tap this 348 for the clevis. Okay, here I am finishing up the tapping, number 348. Easy as you please. Plenty of fluid thanks to my friend Russ who resupplied me. And we'll pull it all the way out, and now we can mill the slot. Here we are finishing up the machining of the little slot in the clevis. It's an 1/8 inch thick slot, which should work perfect for the thickness of that little wrench. So this is the last pass. Bring the camera around over here. I don't know if this angle will be any better. Trying to watch the DRO and make sure I don't slam that end mill into the body of the material. I don't want to break off the 1/8 inch end mill. They're kind of delicate, so you do need to be careful, but that should do it. Tell you what, I'll clean up the swarf, do one more pass just for neatness sake. There we go. Beauty. Alright. We can take it out and cut it off and put it in the lathe for the final steps. So there's the part done clevis. I'm going to cut it off where this mark is here, and then I can finish it up in the 5C collet in the lathe. Probably can't see that, but for the wrench, what I did, I had the end mill in there. I just put a little flat spot so I could drill a clearance hole for the 348 screw. I admit that was a bit of a chore getting that hole in the wrench. I ended up using of course, a center drill and then a 3/32 inch end mill, and then I finished it up with a I forget what number it is, but 99 thou drill to give me the clearance hole for the 348 screw. What a job. Here's the mating end of the clevis. I turned it down and drilled it and tapped it for number 540 here, so that's finished. I can remove it and make the rod now, make the little handle. There we go. That's the handle portion threaded with a number 540. I just used the tailstock die holder, and as you can see, I made a nice, maybe you can see it, maybe not, made a nice little undercut there so the threads have clearance with their little home in the clevis. Now we'll test fit it. Alright, here's the test fit with the little clevis portion and the 540 threaded portion and the handle. Looks good. Pretty excited about that. I do need to sand it down. I noticed there's some sharp edges there, so I'll file that or use the belt sander, but pretty excited about how that looks so far. I'll bring you back when we have it all the way put together. Here's the finished wrench. As you can see, it's got the 5/16 inch logo. This was a Craftsman 5/16 inch ignition wrench, which was, they're already small, but the length of it, it would hit on things when I was trying to do the piping work. If you look at the final reassembly video for the Titch, you'll see exactly what I was talking about. So there's the clevis made out of 1/4 inch steel, just ordinary key stock, 1/8 inch thick slot milled in it, and I've ground it. I've also drilled, it's a 348 number 3 and 48 thread per inch stainless steel button head screw that's holding it together, and I tapped half of the body of the clevis so I could tighten the bolt, and then I cut it off, cut the machine screw off and ground it down so it won't snag on things, and it moves nicely. The shaft is stainless steel, 3/16 inch smooth stainless steel. I thought about knurling it, maybe I will someday, but actually, you know, when you're trying to tighten stuff up, the smooth round handle is probably fine, especially when you're getting aggravated. But the idea is, just see, I could put this on a fitting, and if I'm trying to loosen it, let's say lefty-loosey like that, I'm thinking of the fitting as, you know, up above, because I'm referencing exactly how the Titch was. I can put this on and just basically push it. Let me show you. Push it this way. It'd be the same thing as having a long wrench and pushing on the end of the arm over there, if you catch my drift. And same thing for loosening. I can put it on the other way and then pull. So I think that's going to be very handy. I'm going to keep it with the Titch stuff over there for now anyway, but hope this is useful to you. If you have any questions, please ask. If you don't have questions but you enjoyed the short video, please give me a thumbs up. I do appreciate it. Thanks again, everybody. And you know what, I'd love to hear creative wrench names. Floppy Wrench. Flex Wrench is already used, you know, with the brand name, but I don't know. Clevis Wrench? That would be cool. Maybe that's what we'll call it. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Hope you have a great weekend. Happy New Year. Bye.